All right, so let's talk about some solutions where this is concerned. One of the beautiful things is you can learn from other people's lessons. All right. When you ask for help, it is not a sign of weakness. I say all the time, when you fail, that gives you feedback, right? You do something doesn't work out the way it's supposed to, it gives you feedback. The same thing in life, when you have situations where you may lose or you may fall, it's going to give you lessons. So when you ask certain people for help, it's not a thing of weakness. It is knowing that you can turn to a certain individual when you need the help. Okay, so let me give you a few people that you want to start asking for help. This is what they are all in the business for. Number one, you want to ask your teachers for help. All right, guess what? Your teachers are getting paid to help you. They are getting paid to help you learn. So if you need to stay after class, go get the help. If you need to email them, go get the help. If you need to schedule some time to go to their meeting hours, make sure you get the help. Number two, study groups and friends. Peers and friends who get it can explain things in a way that makes sense for you. There are certain people, we all receive information differently, but you may have somebody in your group, you may have a friend, and there are certain friends that can give you a different perspective of what you have. And by not leaning on your friend or the study group, guess what's happening? It's making you wiser. It's making you smarter. So your teachers, your study groups. Number three, tutors, right? There are tutoring services, all right? Schools offer free tutoring. There are some online resources, right? There's Khan Academy, there's Sheg. There are a lot of things online, tutoring services. So ask for help, as well as you got online communities. Now we have AI. AI can be your teacher. You can put something into AI, and then now you can break down the tough concepts. So the idea that I want you to realize is outside of your teachers, outside of your friends, outside of online communities, outside of AI, you should be in the mind space of asking for questions. Now, here's what I want you to realize. I remember that some years ago, as I was working at, I was in grad school. And I was at Lehigh University. And I remember I was having a tough time with a certain subject. I can't remember which subject it was, but it definitely was in grad school. And so I was at Lehigh University, and I said, you know what? I'm having a problem in this class. So I decided to invite some students over to my crib at the time. And so, of course, I'm from the South, and most of these classmates, they were from Thailand. So I said, you know what? I'm going to invite these students over from Thailand. They look like they have it going on. And so I invited them over, and they said, well, Kantis, we're going to come over. You got to cook us some soul food. So, I cooked up some things that I've learned from my mom and my southern family and everything, and brought them all over. And so I'm sitting in my apartment. They are there on the sofas, and we're talking, and I'm looking at them, and they're looking at me. I'm looking at them. They're looking at me, and we're looking at each other like, hey, who's going to ask the question? Who has the information? Who has the details on this class or this subject? And here's what I realized. I'm looking at them for answers, and they were looking at me for answers, because they said, how did this black guy from the South end up here at Lehigh? He must be smart. And I learned a major lesson there. You're not the only one that needs help. As you give help, other people return it with help. And so once we look at this aspect of asking questions and asking for help, don't go through life living ignorantly because your mouth is hushed, your hand is down when you need help. One of the things that I've even noticed, students that have challenges asking for help as a student, as a young person, have challenges asking for help as an adult. And I want you to realize that your teachers, your study groups, the people that you work with, the people in your class, mentors, tutors, they are all here to help you get things up. If you see yourself falling down to a C or a B, ask for help to get that back up to an A, because that A today will be able to help you tomorrow. Guess what? That C or that D today will hinder your tomorrow. So I guarantee you this, if you start speaking up, about your grades, if you start speaking up, you're going to see your confidence rise. And because you see your confidence rise, everything else skyrockets. Struggling in silence won't get you to the top. No, the smartest students aren't the ones who never struggle. They're the ones who know when to ask for help, and they know who to ask for help. So here's my challenge to you. As you're watching this video, let me know in the chat box. All right? For one subject, what subject is it where you need some help? Go ahead, schedule that time with that teacher, that tutor, that friend, that group. Get online, ask AI for help, and I want to be there to assist you through all of it. All right. So let me know in the chat box. Be accountable. Go ahead and let me know who you're going to ask for help and what's the question you're going to ask them. I'm Kantis Simmons, the coolest guy with 7.25 fingers, and remember this: this will be your best school year ever. Talk to you soon.